Oi pessoas, sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui no canal Nerd. Eu estou de volta aqui com a missão das lanternas e a corrente profunda sob as lanternas. Vamos seguindo em frente aqui. Essa missão foi liberada, acho que hoje, no momento em que eu tô gravando essa gameplay. Espero que o áudio seja bom. Como tá a construção da lanterna?
The Xiao lantern is coming along smoothly, thank you. We're almost done collecting the required plastrite. The project should be completed in a few days. You'll have to come by when it's done.
Plastrite?
Plastrite is the main component of any Xiao lantern. Most of the donations we get from the city folk are either mora or plastrite. A lot of them carve their heart's desires onto the plastrite they donate, as a prayer for good fortune and other blessings.
Paimon wants some good fortune too. Let's find some plastrite and make a wish.
Since you seem so eager to donate, how about you keep your eyes open for less common varieties of plastrite? Those are the ones we lack the most at the moment. One is called azurite. It is occasionally found in the northern part of Mount Tianheng. When azurite gets caught in the roots of ordinary vegetation, it sometimes produces bloaty floaties, which have floating seeds.
Nossa, que lindo! Nossa, essa é a lanterna, que linda!
The other one is called vermilionite, which is extremely dangerous as far as most people are concerned. In Guili Plains, old ruin hunters who have lost the power of flight use vermilionite to keep themselves airborne.
Ixi. Vamos ter que enfrentar caçadores das ruínas.
It's a tall order, but I'm sure you can manage.
Ai, lá vou eu. Ok, vamos começar com o quê? A gente vai pro Monte Tianheng. Eu não tô a fim de enfrentar os caçadores das ruínas agora. Sinto muito. É o meu pesadelo aquele robô. Vambora, vente. Corra como o vento. Eu ainda não buildei meu Xiao 100%, tá? Ele precisa ser melhorado, mas por enquanto eu tô focando mais em ter ele no campo pra ser DPS do que usar ele só por causa do ultimate dele. Era isso aqui que eu precisava? Cadê? Oh. Azurite. Plaustrite obtida de raízes de sementes flutuantes. Agora a gente vai lá no caçador, né? No mar de nuvens. Oh. Não. Time errado. Vem, Zhongli.
What shall we do?
Zhongli é perfeito nesses casos aqui. Sabia.
I will have order.
Useless, worthless. Disappear.
Esse caçador das ruínas tá mais fácil. Isso sempre acontece, a física do jogo às vezes fica meio maluca e joga o meu Xiao pra longe. Vamos reportar para Wanya. Mas espera aí que eu quero recuperar a vida do Zhongli. Aí. Tá aqui, Wanya, o que você precisava. O que você precisa? Oh. Dá pra passar aqui por cima? No way. Legal. Eu me impressiono com cada coisa.
Supply of azurite and vermilionite.
I knew I could count on you. Let me see. Yep, without a doubt, these are azurite and vermilionite. But don't you want to make your wishes? You brought back just enough materials for both of you. Come on, get carving.
Done. Paimon prays for a bottomless stomach to eat more delicacies with. And you? Let Paimon see. Huh? Well, that doesn't sound like something you'd wish for.
O desejo
So
do meu
you made
irmão.
a wish for him instead. Don't you worry. Paimon will help you find him, and we'll spend the next lantern rite together. Then we'll release a gazillion Xiao lanterns to make up for all those wishes you've never had a chance to make.
Com
If you're done with
certeza.
your carvings, you can hand over your azurite and vermilionite to me.
Raramente tem finais felizes nesse tipo de jogo.
Miss Wangya.
O japonês é dramático, gosta de um desastre.
Well, hello, Chang-Chang.
Chinês também,
What's up, little
pelo
missy? Can't find your granddad?
porque esse aqui basicamente tem o estilo de um JRPG de mundo aberto.
Granddad said he's busy, and I should go play on my own. I want to make a Xiao lantern, but I don't know how. Miss Wangya, could you help me make a Xiao lantern?
Sure thing, but promise me that you'll go back home as soon as we're done playing. With so many people at the festival, your granddad will be worried sick if you stay out too long.
Thank you, Miss Wangya. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Então você também sabe fazer lanternas
I
celestes?
certainly do. That's how I made my first Mora, helping visitors make shell lanterns by the docks. Ah, good times. I should really stay here to keep an eye on the girl.
Ela disse que não
Hey,
sabia.
Could I bother you to go to the construction site at the dock and gather some building materials? Great, thanks.
Ok. Tem que teleportar pra ficar mais rápido? Ah, não, é logo aqui. Vamos nessa então, né?
Look over there. That guy's acting very suspicious.
Hey,
Uh,
what you doing? What you staring at me like that for? All right. If you all won't get gone, I'm just gonna get going myself.
Wow. Paimon thought he might be a shady character. Then he opened his mouth, and now Paimon's sure of it. He must have been up to something when he was crouching down on the ground, because as soon as he saw us approaching, he stood up and acted all
o que ele tá
innocent.
fazendo?
Paimon has a bad feeling about this. What could he be up to? Let's investigate. Well, this area is full of construction supplies for the Mingqiao lantern. Paper, oil, wood. All highly flammable materials!
Oh. Ele tá tentando botar
On the
fogo?
last day of the lantern rite, huge crowds come out to watch the Mingqiao lantern being released. It can't be a good sign if there's a suspicious character lurking around somewhere so dangerous. If he's been tampering with the stockpile of lantern supplies... Let's get the materials we came for first. We can tell Wangya about the situation when we get back.
Por que está tão preocupada?
Because everyone in Liyue has worked really hard for this. No one should be allowed to spoil it, period.
Diga a verdade.
Fine. There's so many delicacies in Liyue Harbor. Matsutake meatballs, Mora meat,
Ela tá viciada em comida.
That should be enough. Let's get back to Wangya.
Vamos lá. Voltar.
Did you get the materials?
Sim.
Ah, yes, these will do. Let me make a shell lantern for Chang Chang.
Tem mais
We saw a
coisas.
shady character skulking around the highly flammable materials at the construction site. He looked like he was up to no good.
I see. Okay, please inform the Ministry of Civil Affairs about what you saw. I'll talk to Jingming. With so many people visiting for the lantern rite, we can't afford to ignore something like this.
Pois é.
Miss Wangya, is something bad gonna happen at the lantern rite?
Not to a darling little angel like you, Chang Chang. Come on now, good girl. Head back to your granddad and don't get distracted along the way. We don't want to make him worry.
Sim, senhora, vamos lá. Ministério dos Assuntos Civis. Liu é tão organizada que parece uma cidade moderna. Bem, de metrópole, né? Assim, nova. Do exterior.
Halt! This is the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Estamos aqui para informar a presença de um indivíduo suspeito.
Yeah! We saw a shady-looking guy snooping around near the stockpile of highly flammable Mingxiao lantern supplies. We must defend the grilled tigerfish food stall at all costs!
Goodness. This is a serious matter indeed.
Exactly what Paimon thought! Liyue Harbor's cuisine is the heart and soul of the city!
It seems we disagree on where the seriousness of the matter lies. But you're not wrong, my little friend. Rest easy. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has assigned a specialist to keep the lantern rite safe. I will inform him of this matter and order him to step up vigilance in due course.
In due course? This is serious! Why not get your butt over there and tell him straight away?
I wish I could, but he's yet to return. He's taken a small team to Guili Plains.
Ok, eu irei até as planícies de Guili e contarei a ele.
But you're a traveler, aren't you? You've come all this way for the lantern rite, and yet you are willing to lend a hand?
Our pleasure! We're experts in this kind of stuff. We lend hands all the time. Oh, like the time we...
Aham, deixa com a gente.
Really?
Não pode
Then
contar.
we are indebted to you. Travelers are so kind these days. Ah, yes. No commission should go unpaid. I will take care of the compensation. Again, thank you both.
Sim, senhor. Guili Plains. Planícies de Guili. Eu espero que o áudio esteja ok. Vamos dar a volta aqui. E nesse momento que eu tô gravando o vídeo, estamos em 697 pessoas já inscritas no canal. Muito obrigada a todos aí, tá? Espero que cheguemos nos 700 quando...
It's a hilly trouble cave.
Nem sei se é essa palavra. Quando eu lançar esse vídeo.
Why would they gather together like this? We can't let them get away with being a menace to the people here. Let's show them what we've got.
Ok. João Lee, vai, carrega energia aí. Obrigado.
I will have order.
Só derruba isso aqui.
Who are you? Oh,
E aí?
thank you. If it weren't for your help, today may have ended quite differently.
O que você está fazendo
I'm in
aqui?
charge of keeping the lantern rite safe. A lot comes out of the woodwork at this time of year. There are thieves around every corner. I encountered one during my patrol just now, so I called a few men and we pursued them out here. Once we got here, we decided to split up. I was searching this area. The thief seems to have made a
Agora a
clean
gente vai ter que
getaway.
achar cada
I sure
deles.
didn't bank on these monsters being here. I was just assessing whether it would be better to send for reinforcements or find another way to disperse them. And that's when you showed up and dealt with them.
Esta já deu conta do problema.
And thank goodness. I don't know how long it would have taken for the others to get here.
O olho da
I
Traveler
need to get
parece
back to looking for
tanto
that
com o
thief.
olho do Xiao.
But thanks for your help. Until next time.
Wait a second. We're not done here.
Oh, is there something else?
Uma pessoa suspeita no porto.
Another one? It's interminable. Right. When I get back, I'll get the other troops to be extra vigilant in the area. In the middle of the festival, too. What are they up to?
Do you
E aí,
get
vem.
the feeling?
De que o Ministério dos Assuntos Civis não está à altura da tarefa?
Paimon thinks so too. The locals must take all their tasty treats for granted by now. But for a poor traveler, all alone out in the wilderness, often forced to survive on nothing but the most mysterious of mushrooms, for you, the lantern rite is the most important of all festivals. So let's go back to the place where we witnessed the shady-looking guy. Paimon hears from patrol officers that criminals love to go back for another look at the crime scene after the event. It's a psychological thing, apparently.
Mas o crime ainda não
That's why there's
aconteceu.
no time to lose. When there's highly flammable materials involved, once the crime happens, it'll be too late.
Sim, senhora. Voltemos. Vai pra lá, vem pra cá. Vai pra lá, vem pra cá. Iui! Oh! Legal. Ah, não. Uma hora eu consigo. Uma hora vai.
Knew it.
Devemos ir atrás dele?
There's another person.
Ah, o Xiao. Ué, ele não costuma ir ali, ué? Ir pra ali, ué?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Xiao, are you here for the festival?
I have no interest in lantern rite. I sensed a malign influence here. I'm here to investigate. When a shackle is loosened in the realms of deities and demons, I take full responsibility. But this time, the threat comes from the mortal world. Your world. Thus you shall take full responsibility, mortal traveler.
Oxi.
When the time comes, I hope you shall act promptly and decisively. I do not wish for the tassel of the polearm that has slaughtered countless demons to become stained with mortal blood.
What's this?
A symbol that your suspected evildoer left behind.
Paimon, você sabe o que é
Doesn't look
isso?
familiar to Paimon.
Well, you will have to show me how much you can accomplish on your own strength. Because if I become involved, there is a possibility that the streets of Liyue Harbor will be painted red this lantern rite.
Então cabe a mim
Well,
evitar
that
isso.
sounds terrible. Let's not be impulsive. Why don't we figure out the origins of this symbol first? The one the suspected criminal left behind. Oh, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Kaya will know something about it.
Por que o Kaia? Fale com o Kaia. Eu vou tirar uma foto? Não, tá. Estranho. Tudo bem. Ele tá na taverna, né? Não, ele tá na sede dos Cavaleiros de Favônios, parece. Só porque o Kaia tem contatos no mercado negro. Meu baú não respawnou. E provavelmente o áudio deve ter ficado ruim do vídeo nesse momento. Deu uma travada aqui. Aí está ele.
Well, well. Long time no see.
Kaya, we went to the lantern rite in Liyue.
Ah, well. How was it? Fun?
Delicious.
Well then, you ought to be looking forward to Mondstadt's Ludi Harpastum. I'm sure it will be to your liking.
Olha eles avisando o patch 1.5, eu acho. Vai direto ao ponto, pai.
Right. Kaya, there's something we need to tell you about.
lantern supplies, stockpile of wood, paper, and oil. At the very least, it sounds like an accident waiting to happen. How very amusing. What makes you think I would recognize this symbol?
Kaia é incrível em tudo, nós confiamos nele.
That about sums it up.
I'm flattered. But don't you think you might be overestimating me?
There it is! At last! Kaia displays the knightly virtue of modesty, perfectly articulated and masterfully delivered.
My goodness. Your stay in Liyue seems to have sharpened your wit and broadened your vocabulary. Anyway, I digress. This is the symbol of the cross-border criminal organization you know as the Treasure Hoarders.
É óbvio que ele sabia.
If you are curious to know more, I can put you in touch with an informant on the inside.
Didn't you just say the Knights of Favonius don't have dealings with their enemies?
This is my own personal informant. Nothing to do with the Knights of Favonius. A little later, make your way over to Windrise. I'll arrange for the informant to meet you there.
Thanks, Kaia!
Oh, and remember, wine begets wisdom.
A verdade está no vinho. Deve ser a senha. Pra conversar com o informante dele. Ok. Fazia tanto tempo que eu não vim aqui. Aproveitar, né? Olha o informante dele aqui. É o Nimrod.
Huh?
Hey! You're the guy, right? Kaia's informant?
Informant? Not me.
But this is the place we agreed upon, and you're the only other one here, so...
Place we agreed upon? I know nothing.
Stop being so annoying.
A verdade está no vinho.
Okay, yeah, it's me.
How was any of that even slightly necessary?
What do you want to know about?
Here's the situation.
Okay, I see.
So, what can you tell us as an insider?
I do not think this is the work of the Treasure Hoarders. The reason the Treasure Hoarders are able to sustain a giant cross-border operation is because they abide by one fundamental principle. Caution. Softly, softly, catchy monkey is the name of the game for them. By contrast, the idea of taking huge risks to try and make a fortune is utter folly in their eyes.
Uau.
Liyue has the Adepti looking after it, doesn't it? And they're especially active during the Lantern Rite. There's just no way that they, slip of the tongue, when you've been undercover as long as I have. Where was I just now? Oh, yes. There's no way that they, the Treasure Hoarders, would dare make a move during the Lantern Rite.
Ela é muito ruim.
Also, the Treasure Hoarders organization in Liyue recently received an anonymous letter.
Why would someone send them an anonymous letter? Trying to frame them, perhaps?
Nobody knows. But what I can tell you is which branch of the Treasure Hoarders has the letter in their possession. There. I've marked their location on the map for you.
A gente tá fazendo o papel de Sherlock Holmes.
Well, Paimon thinks this was productive. This is our only solid lead. Let's not waste it.
Adoro isso.
If there's nothing
Somos
more, I
investigadores.
should get back to treasure hoarding. I mean, get back to those treasure hoarding lowlifes. To spy on them.
Vamos nessa. Onde tá marcado no mapa? Tinha que ser tão longe. Pelo menos tá perto do ponto de teleporte, né? queria poder ir num lugar bonito desse, assim. Cheio de cachoeira. É óbvio que eu quero pegar isso aqui.
Let's play.
Muito obrigada pelos moras. Oh, bem ali.
Sorry, pal, wrong way. Wherever you think you're going, it's that way.
But isn't that the way to Liyue Harbor?
Right. Here is nowhere. So the other way is Liyue Harbor.
If you're looking for somewhere to stay, I suggest you go to the Wangshu Inn. Fair prices, great customer service, and a wonderful view.
Queremos ver a carta
How do
anônima.
you know about the letter?
One of Liyue's adepti told us about it.
Did they now? I somehow doubt that.
You should not doubt it. It was I who sent them to investigate. Any further questioning, you may
Did you just appear out of thin air?
You're the vigilant Yaksha!
Hey, watch your tone of voice. Or do you seriously want to pick a fight with an adeptus?
Okay, it's not that we don't believe you're an Adeptus. It's just... everyone needs to look at the bigger picture here.
As you well know, we treasure hoarders are no serious threat to anyone. We're petty criminals, that's all.
So, if you are truly an Adeptus, please show us some mercy, would you?
Que vergonha.
Of course, if it turns out you're not a real Adeptus.
Then please, don't blame our weapons for treating everyone equally.
boring.
Oh.
Brace yourselves.
Useless.
Então,
Boring.
Hunter.
vambora.
Please, my heroic friend and Adeptus buddy, have mercy.
The letter is drivel anyway. It's not worth an armed conflict. Just...
How about that?
Just take it, ele ia
I
falar.
knew it all along. Let's see what they wrote.
Oh, não. É escrita do abismo, não é?
I see. Then let us send these two to the meeting. The sender may be plotting something truly diabolical for the Lantern Rite. It seems they want to burn down the entire city.
Great, everyone's happy. You're good, we're good. However...
These two, they don't look anything like us.
It'll be fine. When we're in disguise, no one will be the wiser.
It still seems like a long shot to me, but with the help of an Adeptus, hopefully everything will turn out fine.
Well, the safety of Liyue is in your hands now. Good luck. Even the treasure hoarders don't want to see the city burned to the ground.
Then it is settled.
Espere.
What is it?
Quando nos vermos de novo, vai convidar ele para o festival. Espero que seja num lugar onde possamos ver as
I am
lanternas
not
Xiao.
partial to crowded areas, especially at this time of the year. When this matter is resolved, come to Wangshu Inn. In previous years, the Xiao lantern has been visible even from there.
Uau!
He's vanished.
Uau!
Did he go back to Wangshu Inn already? But the time mentioned in the letter, that's today, isn't it? Come on, let's go to the meeting place.
Onde é?
Paimon wonders what the sender of the letter is planning.
Espero que agora fique o microfone. Oi, caçador das ruínas. Eu tenho que te marcar no mapa. Tem um tesouro. Ele tá pra direita, depois daquelas pedras pequenas ali. Então aqui. Aqui. Caçador com baú. Te vejo em breve. Eu vou tentar colocar essa missão na íntegra, tá? No canal. Eu sei que vai ficar um vídeo um pouquinho mais extenso, mas... preciso.
All right. You folks from the treasure hoarders, yeah? I thought I insinuated in my letter there that you should have done like I'd done and put on a mask and a costume and so forth. But it seems you didn't all get the memo. It's pretty cool, though. Gutsy.
Well, guess what? We don't need to go sneaking around everywhere wearing disguises because unlike you, we would never do anything so shameful that we would need to wear masks while doing it. Really? I was in the middle of my speech and everything!
Ele disse para usarmos
Wait a
máscara.
second now. You folks ain't no treasure hoarders. What game are you two playing?
Ah, a gente vai ter que bater nele.
Go.
Gather! I will have order!
Tá bom.
Tell
Acabou.
us your diabolical plan now!
Okay, I give up.
Give up now, or feel the wrath of my primordial... Huh? You're giving up just like that?
I'm just a lowly apprentice thief who really looks up to the treasure hoarders.
Ugh.
An apprentice thief?
Yeah, for a greenhorn like me, especially working on my own and all, the treasure hoarders? Oh, man, they're my heroes.
Alguém, por favor, dá um tapa nesse infeliz.
Wait a second.
So, I thought I'd try and set up some sort of lucrative opportunity and submit my pledge of loyalty.
Wait a second. None of this is making any sense. Paimon was expecting the serial arsonist to be someone more sinister, evil looking. But instead, we get you.
Arson? What the heck are you talking about?
Don't pretend. Paimon's seen you loitering around piles of highly flammable materials.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I was only checking the place out. My plan ain't got nothing to do with those lantern construction materials.
Are you serious?
Well, I just wanted to nab me the biggest chunk of plaustrite in 20 years is all.
Ele queria roubar a plaustrite.
I was gonna wait till nightfall, chop off half the tethers, float it out to sea.
Oh.
Then, all I'd have to do is find some way or another of bringing it down, so I could hide it underwater in the shallows. The perfect crime.
For a perfect crime, it sure has a lot of holes. For example, how exactly were you planning to bring down the plaustrite once it was airborne?
Well, I was still in the process of figuring out the details, hence why I hadn't made my move yet.
This guy is an imbecile. Okay, let's teach him a lesson. Now that the Millilith have gotten hold of that idiot, let's head back. We can notify the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Nem a Paimon não aguentou. Vamos lá no Ministério dos Assuntos Civis. Será que vamos conseguir trazer o Xiao para o Festival de Lanternas? Porque na cutscene ele tá bem pertinho de Liu.
Traveler, word spreads
Longe da
fast.
multidão.
We will keep watch over the thief. Thanks for your help. Looks like the Xiao lantern will be ready soon. A critical juncture. We cannot afford the slightest interference.
Sobre manter a segurança do
Rest
ritual de
easy.
lanternas.
Word was passed up the chain. Another group of very capable troops have been brought in. They're dressed as ordinary citizens. You wouldn't notice them in the crowd. If anyone dares make a move, they'll be on them in an instant. That's sorted then. You two get some rest, we'll take it from here. Enjoy the lantern rite in peace.
Tá, né?
So, Paimon supposes that's taken care of then.
Se ao menos Xiao estivesse aqui para ver a lanterna Xiao.
Paimon wishes so too. Guess he won't make it this time. Wait, do you remember what the inspiration for the Xiao lantern was?
Adeptus.
Yeah, with a name like Sky Bracer or something. So if it's modeled on an Adeptus, maybe Xiao would be interested this time. On the day the Xiao lantern is ready, we can meet him at Wangshuin like he suggested, then try to persuade him. Even though he said you can see the Xiao lantern from Wangshuin, we should get up close if we want to get that festival atmosphere.
Concordo. Opa, acabou a missão. Liberamos a segunda parte das anedotas do Festival de Lanternas. 100 missões ativas no momento. Segunda parte liberada. Essa. Antes de acabar esse vídeo, eu vou lá falar com a Vergodete. Caramba, pera aí. Olha isso. Que lindo. Que lindo. Caraca, muito lindo. Vamos lá falar com a Vergodete para acabar esse episódio com chave de ouro. Let's go! Olá, Vergodete. O que aconteceu? Sei. Claro. Então a gente vai ter que fazer entregas. Ou pegar com ingredientes. Xiao. Eu não tô lendo, gente, porque minha garganta tá meio ruim, tá? Então eu lhe darei uma mãozinha. Ok, vamos fazer essas missõezinhas assim, só pra gente acabar. Ah, tá, aqui. Ui! Eu sempre esqueço de fazer isso com o Xiao. Não, tem que pegar isso. E aquele ali também, não, nada não. Opa, pena é bom. Esses devem ser os ingredientes. Teleportando. Eu teleportei tantas vezes. Oh. Eu tinha que ter pendurado as lanternas na árvore. Devia ter falado isso antes. Tá ali. Ui! Oh, uau, ficou lindo. Nossa, ficou bonita essas lanternas aqui. Vamos falar com o Xiao sorridente. Aterrissagem perfeita. Sim, tudo feito. Acabou. Fala com a Vergoldete. Diz pra mim que acabou. Eu preciso terminar este episódio. Ele deve conseguir agora. Wanga? Kinjo? Não faria mal perguntar à chefe. Você pode contar comigo. Jura que isso não acaba mais? Pra mim também.
Useless.
Corre. Ninho de Hilly Troll. Não, não tô afim não.
Stabilize.
Ei.
Useless.
Sai fora. Bohuanzi. O que você estava fazendo aqui? Sim, tudo bem. Isso é bem detalhado. Uau. Eu sei fazer aquarela. Mas assim, usando pigmento. Sim, senhor. Cor lápis e a tintim. Tintim. Tudo bem. Wanga. Espero que esteja acabando. Ui! Aqui é praticamente a casa dele, né? Ele aceitou, mas disse que vinha só daqui a pouco. Missão concluída. Bem, então é isso Inscreva-se se você gostou desse vídeo, deixa o seu gostei aí embaixo. Se você não é inscrito no canal, inscreva-se. Se você já é inscrito, não esqueça de acionar as notificações de vídeos novos. Se você quer ajudar a manter o meu canal, por favor, compartilhe esse vídeo com seus amigos. E o cachorrinho acabou de olhar pra mim e vir me seguindo, foi tão bonitinho. Como eu tava dizendo, compartilhe esse vídeo, ajuda muito. Dá uma olhada lá no Discord do canal. Que gracinha. Dá uma olhada lá no Discord do canal. Eu vou ficando por aqui até o próximo vídeo no canal e eu fui.